25-year-old Marcos Maidana fighting for the first time in the United States. Manny, 19 bouts in Argentina, 6 in Germany, 1 in Panama. He's been in the United States for the last 5 weeks. Victor Ortiz told us yesterday, with the passing of Michael Jackson, the king of pop, who performed his last rehearsal here Wednesday night before passing away, he was going to dedicate his ring walk to Michael Jackson, bopping to the tunes of the king of pop. Manny, when you take a look at Victor Ortiz, he's got that 1,000-watt smile. He's got all the talent, but from a technical standpoint, why is he so thrilling?
Everything about Victor Ortiz so far in his young professional career says too good to be true. At the end of the night, are we going to still be saying he be true? Or is Maidana going to find some things out that we do not know yet know about Victor Ortiz?
Oh, Maidana seems to be a little uncomfortable. I appeared studying his body language, so I would thought that if he comes out, he could, if he got caught, at least I'm saying, by Ortiz, he would be hurt early because he's very nervous. But the way both guys come out fairly dry, neither one of us really sweated, warmed up like most fighters do, especially with a fight of this magnitude. But
Donna's idea of starting cautiously, I can't wait till he gets heated up.
Straight left from Ortiz, then shoots left to the body. Good left hand by Maidana.
He's fighting, he looks just opposite.
10 first-round knockouts for Maidana. Remember, 19 of his bouts have happened in his native Argentina.
Right. But right now he's right, and the left hook that he's landed.
Ortiz got caught leaning, then he landed a right and a left combination. Counter right, and then Ortiz drops Maidana. Ortiz gets dropped from a big right hand.
He seems to be the worst for wear. He doesn't seem to be as stabilized.
He needs to hold, or this could be very bad news for Ortiz.
Ortiz was down in the Asalas fight back last year. Got up and finished him off, but Victor Ortiz is in trouble. Can Maidana finish him? Ortiz short left.
The good thing about both guys are punching. It's while he's hurt.
Final seconds of round 1. And 17 of 61. Each man was down in round number 1.
And both men, particularly Ortiz,
keep doing what you're doing.
What about if you're on the other side, the Maidana camp?
Yeah, Maidana just got nothing to lose. All he can do is just do what he's doing, just come out and brawl and hope that he can land the shot, because he doesn't have the steel boxing skills of Ortiz or the speed.
There's that looping right hand.
That's what he's got to do.
Ortiz that time dipped away from another right hand. There's no blood. Good right hook to the body by Ortiz. Ortiz trying to load up a power shot. Maidana countered right hand. Drops Maidana.
I think that's it. It looks like his man, he just said he quit.
Here comes Ortiz trying to finish it here in round 2. He's got power with both hands. 10 seconds to go. Steps in with the left. Hooks to the body. Maidana trying to fight back. He goes down again. And after the same eliminating round, he's up and he's getting his count.
Oscar De La Hoya is motioning to Ortiz, pointing to his head, saying, "Be smart," from ringside. De La Hoya, Ortiz's promoter.
Where Ortiz's punches are still short and accurate. So it would be wise for him to make it a technical fight at this point right then and not get too careless.
Good right hand, though, by Maidana.
It looked a little defensive from long range. Got hit right on the chops by a good right hand. But responds.
8 brothers and sisters.
Boxing about Ortiz's chin recently. And we've seen him down and badly hurt in this fight, albeit against a good puncher. But there's never been any whispers about his heart, and you can see why. Clearly, Ortiz has a lot of heart.
It goes back to his life.
He takes it into the ring with him every time.
The punches of Maidana is getting slower and wider now, even though he's punching with a lot of power. You know, it seems like at this
Upset here in round number 3. No knockdown. Folks, mark your calendars.
In favor of vicious Victor Ortiz. Bob, the first round, I got to tell you, you had to score a 10-10. I mean, there just wasn't the winner. Both guys scored knockdowns.
Maidana, meanwhile, although
knockdowns, and I thought Victor Ortiz still won the 3rd round, even though
he is getting a little sloppier, remains a very dangerous opponent because not only can he punch, but his will has not been broken. He's still in there trying to win. He's not just riding out the
a lot of, to me, seem to hard rabbit punches, semi-rabbit punches when those guys get close.
You know, Maidana got dropped in the 1st round and twice in the 2nd. He hadn't been down.
You know, I would really wonder if Ortiz would use his right jab a little bit more and utilize that. And you know, I think that would change the whole fight to some degree. And then he would be able to land a nice, clean, precision type punch. The way it's going now, anyone can catch anyone the way these two guys are fighting.
According to double right hand. Maidana blocked part of it. End of the 4th. Have we seen maybe from Ortiz, who's only 22, you know, a little inexperienced at times, where you said get that jab going a little bit, don't play for just the big shots where he kind of drifts away from the game plan?
Yeah, but I think overall he's been fighting good. I just think he needs to box a little bit more because he's still a much more accurate puncher at this stage of the fight.
One of the hallmarks of
Maidana,
great fighters and championship fighters, is that maybe not always the best idea against a puncher like Maidana.
Oh, Ortiz double up that right hook.
Hard punches behind the head.
Maidana chasing Ortiz, shot an uppercut inside.
Ortiz couldn't fight. He actually was moving like a boxer without boxing.
They exchange big shots and then hold on. Now they're trying to fight out of it. Ortiz is cut on the right eyebrow.
The way these guys are running, anybody can go down.
These are nuclear shots these two are throwing.
Now that's going to give Maidana more energy now after seeing the blood coming. Even though he was cut himself with a slight cut, now he's going to get more energy now. That's a good point, because their heads were colliding as well as they were punching.
Because if good shot by Maidana, right up the middle. Oh, big right hand by Maidana.
Maidana cannot miss with the right hand.
So it's been ruled a punch, and Maidana comes right out to start round number 6.
Ortiz has to find an answer for that right hand Maidana's throwing, or he's not going to win this fight. I mean,
he pulls back.
Ortiz is in trouble.
Maidana's figured out he can't miss with the right hand, and he won't stop throwing it.
Ortiz is in big trouble, and he goes down.
3, 4, let's go. Come here.
Well, it looks like Ortiz doesn't. I think he was waving his hands like he didn't want to continue.
And I think the left eye swelling up too.
Yep.
That's too bad. Let's stop it. Yep.
They're going to stop it because of that cut.
What a fight.
We just saw a moment in a fighter's career that could define his career.
This is in round number 6.
Ortiz was dropped, cut, exhausted, faced with an opponent who refused to lose, and in a moment of weakness, gave up. It's not that he didn't make a gallant effort, Ortiz, but in boxing, to be great, more is required of you than in any other sport. More is required than is really reasonable. And Ortiz just made a decision he may live to regret.
All right, Emmanuel Stewart, let's start first with the victor, because too many times we Not the Victor Ortiz, but the Victor,
Yeah.
Marcos
You have to get
Maidana.
that straight tonight.
Here's a guy that got dropped twice in the second round, 3 times in the first 2 rounds. Not a lot's known about him. First time in the United States. What did he show you tonight that impressed you?
He's tough. He's like a lot of those fighters in Argentina, Juan Rodin, all of those guys. Tough, tough, tough. He fought the fight, as I said. He said he's not going to get an opportunity like this maybe again, and he fought exactly like he said he would fight. I was very impressed. You know, 6 rounds where we had about 6, 7 knockdowns inside of 6. I mean, knockdowns, not off balance. Power punches, cuts, swollen eyes. Nothing but consistent, explosive drama from the beginning to the end. It was a good fight.
All right.
I'll tell you who Maidana reminds me of from Argentina, Oscar Bonavena. And Oscar Bonavena had a fight, rugged heavyweight, with Joe Frazier when Joe Frazier was an undefeated prospect. Dropped Joe Frazier twice. Frazier picked himself up off the canvas twice and went on to win a thrilling, hard-fought decision, keeping his unbeaten streak intact. It was shocking to hear a young potential superstar like Victor Ortiz tell me just now that he didn't think he should be taking that kind of punishment and that he didn't want to go out on his shield. We asked at the beginning of the night, it seemed to me that Victor Ortiz is too good to be true, and maybe by the end of the night we'll find out whether or not that's true. And during the fight it seemed like, well, Ortiz be true. He got off the canvas and he fought with a cut. But I don't know if he's true enough for boxing fans, for him to be a superstar in a sport that requires of its greatest fighters that they're willing to go out on their shield.
Bien. Marcos, el Chino